Hello, everyone. This is Word the Unknown, starting Wizard Eye. What's up? And
Rus R Russell.
And Tony Lay.
what's up, everyone?
I'm doing good.
Doing alright.
Man, your hair is like starting to grow.
Awesome. Oh man, I don't want to get too sentimental, but I finally feel myself might be the first time ever. I really mean that.
Do you usually wave
Oh
hair?
man, there was this one guy. Do you know EJ Cruz? I think he's like that guy who's like a Rizzler on TikTok. So he does different angles. So he's like, oh, Spider-Man Riz. So will you be? Oh no, Batman Riz. Will you be my Batgirl? Then he does different angles. Took off his mask. Then do an angle right here. Different angle right here. Eye wink. Bite lip. And the girls go all crazy. I can do that. I can do that too. So watch this. Watch this, man. The audience can't see, but look at this. Oh, stop.
Look like a rock star.
Yeah, man, I can do it too. Now, the thing is, though, no matter if I look good or bad, that's not the point. I just feel cringe if I do it. He probably feels more natural. With the old hair, oh, no. Horrible. I wouldn't even dare do it. But now.
Are you gonna take one of those professional black and white photos where they do you know what I'm talking about, like those profile photos?
No, but I'll tell you what, I actually dress up now. I never dressed up before ever.
I see.
When I had, oh man, it's just that's why you always see me with the hat on, cause I feel so ugly every day. No joke at all. Horrible. So I encourage people out there, man. Hey, you know what? You want to look like Lady Gaga? Go ahead. Want to look like Hairspray? Go ahead. Well, up to a certain degree, because if you work at a certain job, they want to make you look professional. Don't overdo it, but express yourself, just like Ice Cube would say. And I finally feel like myself. Ooh.
Pretty interesting how low tier God spend $1,000 just for a photo.
I won't go that far. I mean, I'm not sure I'll spend $1 for a photo.
Well, yeah, right.
I think I just have a phone right here, selfie, bam, end of story.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I'm gonna cosplay a little bit more because I felt very confident.
Yeah, I did feel confident.
That's what matters, right?
That sounds strange. I thought I'd be more shy cosplaying, but I actually felt more. I don't know, myself, I guess. That's weird. Because I was wearing the Luigi outfit, and throughout Geek Fest and work, I was I don't know. I felt like
yourself.
I felt like I could do anything, really.
Yeah, that's my hair got so long to the point I gotta wear a hair tie now, which is awesome, honestly. So, I didn't really cosplay, but I got the Aaron Yeager's hairstyle for a little bit. If you're familiar with who he is from Attack on Titan. But anyway, enough about my hair, guys. We're going to a topic. What's the topic?
Well, one great news that I heard.
The return of TNA.
Total non-stop action.
Now, hopefully, saw one of the comments saying, I hope they push new wrestlers instead of old out of prime legends, which no offense. I like Kurt Angle and all that, but
yeah,
let's be real. Sting was still wrestling at 60. I'm like, yo, man, why is this guy taking bumps? At 60, I will be chilling at retirement. But they probably don't have, hopefully they have a 401k plan for something for these wrestlers.
Yeah.
But, hopefully they push more new wrestlers because...
Oh, yeah, do you remember at the time that Val Venus came to TNA and beat AJ Styles in the squash match?
That was back then, right? AJ Styles was probably in his early 30s, late 20s.
Probably. Yeah. Did anyone remember that? Remember Val Venus?
No, I didn't remember that one.
I remember it.
So he went to TNA.
Yeah, and beat AJ Styles in a dominant fashion. Yeah.
Oh wow. They really try and hype up this. I don't know. Even AEW, not too much at a certain degree. Is they're pushing more new wrestlers, but sometimes every once in a while they do push the old ones a little bit.
Yeah.
CM Punk, here and there. Although Edge and Christian, they're not they're not, they're facing each other. They're not facing new wrestlers. I give them that part, but
I do like Christian though as the heel.
Me too.
Even in TNA, I think Christian got the idea of what a heel supposed to be, because he really makes you want to hate him. But that's what I like, by the way.
Actually, I love heels. I cheer more for the heels now than the faces. Honestly.
Yeah.
I remember with Christian, Team Cage,
Yeah.
they beat up Abyss.
Yeah, to a bloody pulse. I remember that. Yeah.
My earliest impression of TNA, that was horrifying when I saw it.
Actually, my early impression was that time that I think it was Rhino. Yeah, it was Rhino versus AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, that like probably
Oh, Rhino. Ooh, brings back memories.
that it was like our first episode of TNA.
Yeah, 2007, I believe.
It's 2007.
Yeah. It was like the scuffle match where they were on top. And
Yeah, we were
AJ
13. Yeah.
I remember I first heard of it because Spike TV advertised Kurt Angle. And I was like, wait, Kurt Angle? He still wrestle? Because I didn't hear much of TNA, to be honest. Until when I was starting to watch Spike TV. Because I think they have... what was that show again?
Spike TV Most Amazing Videos.
No, the other one. The disaster one. It was like, like things goes wrong, like stadium fights, hurricanes.
That was the name of the show.
Oh, that was?
Yeah, Spike TV Most Amazing Videos.
How is that amazing if all these awful things happen?
Because it's amazing that it didn't got worse.
No, I don't. I felt like that can't be the right show. That doesn't sound
That
like awesome.
is. And I remember, it was so amazing how that guy got stuck into an elephant butt and lived. I remember that they were like talking about how it's amazing how this guy went through that airplane spinning thing.
Yeah.
And lived.
Yeah. Well, I remember it was a commercial of USC with Ken Shamrock, and then the other commercial. And the other commercial being Kurt Angle. I forgot who he was going to face. But yeah, that's when I was like, oh shoot, Kurt Angle still wrestle. I got to check this out. So yeah, and I checked that out. And yeah, TNA, my first match. I remember AJ Styles versus Rhino.
Yeah, this means more jobs for wrestlers now. So, like, not just AEW, they got TNA as a backup plan, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I guess it would be treated as... I don't know, if you do it in baseball terms, probably AA baseball.
Yeah.
There's single, double, AAA. I guess AAA would be like AEW. Because, they actually build a good enough brand for it to be somewhat of a good second tier level.
Yeah.
So TNA is probably a good third.
Yeah. True. I used to remember when TNA, when I was started watching it, it was only an hour. Because that's how it was. It was like either one or two matches within that 1 hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I think it was until not many years, but like a year or two later, that's when it was like 2 hours. I think it was a little bit before Hulk Hogan came in, right?
Well, it was, as I remember it, somewhat shortly after.
It was shortly after?
It was still in 2007, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought it was many, because I remember many episodes.
It was, many episodes, maybe if you put it that way, but I don't know.
I just remember it was being 1 hour at the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I remember they spent a whole match on that 1 hour.
Yeah, they said, oh, we have all this schedule planned, but it got canceled for that one match.
What was the match anyway? I forgot.
Kurt Angle, Rhino, and Christian Cage?
Oh, was it that?
I think so.
Okay. But yeah, no, I have many memories, especially the main event Mafia.
I love that era.
The big bad booty daddy. Big Papa Pump.
I know my sister loved main event Mafia. She seen that was peak TNA.
Yeah.
Probably was. Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, and it was like during the time Samoa Joe feuding Kurt Angle, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And that got like the best pay-per-view buy rates, if I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it was to the point that TNA was showing commercials even on WWE television.
Oh yeah.
That's how big TNA was at the time. But then,
Got his own video game.
yeah, true. Even got his own video game. But until not Kurt Angle, until Hulk Hogan
Ugh.
came, I think that's when it went like.
He spoiled TNA.
Even so, that episode had the most views, the most ratings.
Probably because of anticipation.
Yes, but then over time, it was like going downhill, especially where people hated the whole Aces and Ace feud.
It's kind of like when you open a business, the first day will probably be the best one.
Yeah.
Eventually, over time, you will figure out if this is going to last or not. It's kind of like that. But do you guys like heels? Like they legitly win, or like they have to cheat to win.
I like a little bit mix of both. Like
To me, it depends. Depends on the character.
Yeah, there you go. It depends on the character.
So let's say Dominic Mysterio, you rather have him cheat to win, right? Because that's more of his character.
Yeah.
Like if he legitimately wins, we're like, ugh. Man, he ain't all this strong. How he became this strong?
Yeah, right.
He got finishers out of the blue. What's going on?
Exactly. Yeah.
And Roman Reigns should be the one that be winning clean.
Not cheating.
Yeah, there we go. That's the best word. Winning clean.
So, yeah, you're right, bro. Because I'm getting tired of Roman Reigns always relying on like his family, the bloodline, to win his matches. Because it seemed like Roman Reigns can win a match without
even against Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he always had to rely at least one person to win a match. But I get it. That's like the whole heel thing. But like if he's gonna be a dominant champion for many years, he could at least have won one or two matches without any help. You know what I mean?
So who done it? Like I think Kurt Angle done it. Like win clean. Kurt Angle win clean as heel.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar win clean as heel.
Yeah.
Who else after that? Even The Rock doesn't win clean as heel really, except against Stone Cold. I think that was it.
Yeah. That depends. Do you count that water bottle spitting on his face? Did that count?
What?
The Rock spinning, like drinking the water bottle and then spit Stone Cold on the face?
I mean, the thing was Stone Cold was on his way out of retirement.
Yeah.
But I guess it still counts winning clean because they didn't use no steel chair or nothing.
No.
So that still counts winning clean in my opinion.
I mean, how could it be clean if you spit on him?
Hey, usually they have a person. Oh, referee! For some reason, referee can't take one bump. There's a little like, oh no, concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Then low blow, steel chair. You get the gist.
Yeah.
It kind of gets predictable. Now Gunner, I think is a good heel for WWE right now. I don't watch much of his matches, but he wins clean, and he does it in a way that doesn't destroy the character or bury the character.
I see. I haven't watched the regular shows, just the pay-per-views.
I just watch clips. Well, he does a good job of it. I'll give him that.
I just want to say something funny. Was Mordecai and Rigby? He's a regular show.
Yeah. No, I meant to say, the wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get off top, you two could be Mario and Luigi, actually.
Yeah.
No, because of the mustache.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say her clothes. He wear red, I'm wearing green.
Yeah, that too, but yeah, the mustache. Yeah. Now, I just look Asian. Maybe Jackie Chan.
Isn't that too typical?
I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, I look nothing like Jackie Chan, but okay.
Yeah, well. Oh, yeah, I have that one guy that finally said that, I don't look as Hispanic, He said that I don't even look white, too. He was like, but I was like, I'm Hispanic, though. But, yeah.
Well, oh, no, we're all human, right? I mean, like, if there's a first Vietnamese swimmer, I would not get excited at all.
Uh-huh.
None. I could care less. Now, unknown, I'll get excited. Like Stevie Green.
Yeah.
For that Ninja Turtles. Jackie who? I know Stevie Green, assistant editor. Ice. Getting all the credit. Get out of here, Jackie Chan. You've been on top for 40 years. We need some new blood. Stevie Green. I want to see highlights of him documenting the play. I want to see highlights of him giving coffee to the editor. Come on now, stop playing. We all see highlights of Jackie Chan doing all this work. No! I want to see Stevie Green. What about these people get makeup artists for the WWE, making them look real young?
Yeah, right.
I want to see highlights of that. Damn, look at that.
You mean
brush.
Sting?
Huh?
You mean like Sting?
Yeah, he like 65, looking like 35 up in there. Where are these makeup artists at?
Yeah.
Where are these makeup artists? Where? I need to see the end of the show. Shout out to the makeup artist who makes Sting look like 35 instead of his actual age 65.
Yeah. By the way, I was recently watching with my sister Bound for Glory 2007, and I was like, "Wow, Sting look a lot younger here." And my sister was like, "What are you talking about? He looked the same." And I'm like, "His hairline. He got better hairline?" And she was like, I guess, but his hairline still look awful. Well, but I meant to say like his hair now is like more like this way.
Isn't it funny how back in WCW, Hulk Hogan being Hulk Hogan was like, Sting, he looked like awful. What's wrong with him? And looking at Sting at WCW, there was nothing awful about him. What is he talking about?
Because he was kind of, I guess, I don't know. I guess like the whole crow gimmick, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some wrestling people say that he look young, but I don't think so. They try and gas him up. Like, for example, like Maven and Shelton Benjamin, they look noticeably older to me. Maybe because it's bald. Maven looked young to some people.
Yeah.
I can easily tell the difference from 2005 to now. I'm not saying he look horrible, but I can tell he's older.
Yeah,
easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like the facial structure is the youth is pretty much gone. Even though he still look decent. I mean, in terms of shape wise.
Yeah.
Also, Shelton Benjamin, people are like, he looked the same. Not really. I mean, his face looked noticeably older in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I hear that a lot. Like,
Now, Bobby Lashley's like one of the few I will legit say, yes, he looks like late 20s, early 30s. After him, no one else really.
Bobby Lashley's a freak, so...
So, yeah, take him out. I'm like, Shelton Benjamin does not look that young at all. What
and a freak in a good way, not low-cow way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the freaking sheets, but anyways. But, yeah, Shelton Benjamin does not look that young to me. I don't know what these guys are looking at. But I was like, yeah... Maybe because he's bald, I guess.
I think it's because it's the baldness. Because
bald can do two things. Like, if you're young bald, you look old.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're always bald since childhood, you look the same age.
Yeah.
Like Kurt Angle looked... If he didn't have, like, gray facial hair, he looked the same. Yeah. Honestly. Like, Melvin, I mean, he look old, but... Man, there's so many comments like he look exactly the same. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I agree.
He look nowhere close the same.
I feel like I still look like 6 years old.
Okay, anyways, back to the story. I like Maven, but he was way prettier back then than now. He looked more youthful back then. Like, yeah.
Actually, there was this guy at work. He looks like 30, but he's actually near 70. I was like, what the world? What is the secret?
Yeah.
He got like a baby face. I don't know.
Yeah, I know like people say something about genes. Like I know they say Asian genes, you won't look old till you're 50, I guess. Which some people late 30s, they actually look like mid 20s, early 20s. But I mean, maybe also long hair. Long hair can make some people look younger too.
Yeah.
Like Shawn Michaels if he got long hair, he looks pretty decent. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think Triple H looked younger with long hair.
Yeah.
Triple H, right now with the shave cut, he looks his age.
Yeah, it really does.
He looks exactly his age. Long hair, mid-30s.
I know.
No problem. If Kurt got hair, I think it looks weird now. Like, he's been bald for, 25 years?
Yeah.
I think that was for the best. His hairline got back, though, in his final years.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of age, actually, isn't it amazing how TNA, they've been, around for 20 years, and there were plenty of times they couldn't have been gone.
Are you saying they're like a cockroach where you try to kill it, but they just still come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Their next pay-per-view is hard to kill. And, and you know.
What a fitting name, yeah.
Well, as always, people always like alternative, right? Like WWE got too corporate for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which I do get why people are repelled by that. Although I'm a believer of even put PG TV 14. I mean, if you don't have the superstars for it, it's not gonna really change much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now AEW, I think it just did the mistake of Spot Fest, and eventually it died out.
Yeah.
I felt like AEW went way too fast to begin with.
Yeah, it was like, they do got some good character, I have to say. I was MJF, but Orange Cassidy, I still remember that one video against Pac. It had 41 million views right now. That's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
All he did, and they didn't do nothing crazy in terms of Spot Fest. He did the kick. Other guys like kick. And every time was like, oh my goodness, how can he survive against those devastating kicks? And all he did was put his hands up, put hands in his pocket. The whole crowd popped. Oh! And he didn't have to do much. There's no need for a moonsault, coffin drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, they have legit superstars there, new ones too.
Yeah.
They just need to work on developing them.
Absolutely.
You know what I also feel like? Like bro said, they went too fast. I felt like they grew way too fast, and now I felt like they were like plateauing, and they didn't know how to like
maintain the success.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Because 2 years ago, it was on my feed every day.
Yeah.
Now I have to click AEW to like know what they're doing. I don't see it in my feed at all.
I like I said, I see it once in a while, like one time at least a week, and that's usually like when they post something after, I guess, Dynamite,
like pay-per-view or whatever.
Yeah, but it wasn't like every day. Like back then, like during the pandemic, it was like almost every week, like every day. Like I see something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a home for I guess if WWE. Then again, I don't think WWE is really the star power like that, right? They don't have much star power, really.
But I feel like they got some good upcoming stars, though.
Yeah, but like in terms of stars right now, like Roman Reigns, I guess you got to put Logan Paul in there.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm wrong.
Yay, he's wrong.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, this guy just got his own arguments. It was so bad, even he has to admit it's wrong.
Oh, how do you feel about wrestlers that's gonna have their retirement match, or this is like the last time they're gonna face an opponent, and this is all promoted as the last?
To me, I like the I like if they have the last match and after the match they actually announce the retirement. It feels more special that way in my eyes.
But it never does.
Yeah.
That's why I love when Solid Monster say the last match until the next one comes.
Yeah, it's for the ratings. I guess it's just a way to market. It's not mostly about marketing and equity.
Terry Funk got so many retire matches. This will be my final one. The Hardy Boys, they're gonna reunite for the last time, and then they reunite again.
I think Stone Cold might be. I'm not sure the only one, but he's the rare one. Actually, when it says final match, he had a match at WrestleMania. So
Yeah. Yeah.
But at least he only got one.
Yeah.
He only has one. Like for example, if Ric Flair says it, we all not gonna believe it right away.
Yeah.
We will blink 3 times and flip the channel. That's not his last match. He said that 20 years ago?
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Oh, and I want to bring this up, dude.
What?
Check down Hawaii. It's coming to the it's already, Nintendo 64. I mean, Nintendo DS.
I was going to say there's a Nintendo 64 one. When was that?
And I meant Nintendo 3DS.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, you could go ahead.
I know you're too excited, by the way. Oh, yeah. Usually people will always say, especially Limit Run game, the last Nintendo 3DS game and you always like to say until the last one come, and here we are, Shakedown Hawaii. Already in pre-orders and stuff. Yeah, like is like the last Nintendo 3DS until the next one comes.
I love it. Each year you have that this
Claim.
is yeah, that loving claim. The last Nintendo 3DS game.
There was a game called Fragment Story that claims to be the last one?
Yeah.
Though if I remember, the game deliverer later said they never claimed it. Though I mean, I guess people claimed it, but I don't know. But Pixel Heart was their game. What was it called again? The one that took forever to finally come.
Yeah.
What was it?
Androve Dunos 2.
Still, that claims to be the last Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
But until Limited Run game announced theirs. Well, no, it was Limited Run game that announced it. Then their game came out, and then Limited Run game said another one was coming. 2 more actually, and now it's like back and forth who wanted to be the claim the last.
Yeah.
But I'm getting off subject though.
Well, I just want to call out that one guy. I remember he went like, "Oh, the story of the last Wii U game," and I remember at the time feeling angry because why are you accusing that this is what's gonna be the last Wii U game?
Yeah.
And of course, Shakedown Hawaii released the Wii U version.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that game had some bugs though. I remember there was that one spot where it crashed on me twice.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting off subject. Yeah, retirement matches. Yeah, they always claims it was the last one. I remember Shawn Michaels was one of the rare ones because he retired with The Undertaker. But then he came back in that one Saudi show, which was against Undertaker and Kane, with Triple H was being their partner. And I heard that was a disaster match. Actually, no, I watched it. And be honest, I don't remember that match. I remember watching it, and I don't remember it coming out of it.
I remember you saying Shawn Michaels was actually the best one out of the bunch.
Yeah. So,
it's funny. Before that, it was Undertaker and Triple H. The last time they're gonna wrestle. Until the next one actual comes.
Oh, yeah. It was like the next year, right?
Next month.
Oh, next month.
Remember? It was the Australia Super Showdown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Siberia Crown Jewel.
Oh, okay.
That was literally after that.
I thought that was a year later.
No. And Solid Monster was like, this, enforces him. The last match until the next one comes. Like before that, they have the end of an era, which still didn't explain what that even means.
Yeah. Because nothing was like what Triple H versus Undertaker. They went to have a couple more matches after that.
I mean, what did ended after that match?
I don't know. The Attitude Era. I don't know. But you're gonna say that already been ended, so I don't know. Let me think, because I felt like there was one in my head I wanted to mention. That was like the last. The Rock and John Cena. Remember that 2012 match where it was like the only time this gonna happen once in a lifetime.
They did it again.
Yeah, the following year, 2013. Yeah.
Actually, the first match was way better than the second one. The second one was just a finish fest.
I don't remember both matches. That's
the first
funny.
one was okay. The second one was like, I think he did like 5 rock bottoms. Then the other guy, John Cena, did like 12 AAs. I was like, yo, man, I guess they just doing finishers over finishers. There's really no psychology really on this match.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I also noticed that if a match is bad, I'm going to eventually forget about it compared to when a match has some moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't need to be like over the top moment. Like The Rock and Hulk Hogan was like, some people say it's the best match of all time, and it was one of the most basic matches of all time too.
Yeah.
It was very basic. I mean, they did no top rope move. All they did was pretty much a regular clothesline, leg drop, They both got their gimmicks there on their spots, like the Hulk Hogan spot, where when Hulk Hogan hits somebody, he does the U point at you.
Yeah.
Rock acts surprise. Rock guy's spot. Oh, push, go back up. People's elbow. All the spots, everything, it was on sync. Plus, the crowd's energy what made the match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah.
The crowd energy what really made the match. They were over top reactions on every move. Basic moves, but it got the pop.
Now, do you think a match with crowd reaction is like the moves are not as flashy? It might be like some of the most basic stuff. Do you think that you prefer that over like a match that is really action packed, like amazing stunts, like out of this world, like movesets, but then the crowd is like dead? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about AEW, but anyway.
Oh, good one.
I don't know, eventually, like Rene Dupree on his podcast, shout out to Rene Dupree's podcast. If you haven't subscribed, I highly suggest it. He did the French tickler. He did a dance, and everybody went crazy. He didn't do a clothesline, moveset, nothing. He did one dance and got over the top. Usually you find a niche that the crowd really likes to get over. It don't have to be like a coffin drop, like Alpha Tower high, and you just drop all the way from top there to hit a coffin drop for a finisher.
Yeah.
You can do something simple, like the people's elbow. All he does is run back and forth 2 times, drop an elbow. Well, that's a signature. I guess the rock bottom is his. But that's how he gets the pop. You don't have to do anything special, really.
What do you think of somebody like Scotty 2 Hotty when he does the worm? Like, that was getting over, remember?
Hey, it works. Whatever gets over, that's what matters the most in WWE.
Yeah, getting over.
I remember
if you get over, you will eventually become champion.
Yes.
Well, true, there's some wrestlers who get over by their finisher. But that's also like a gimmick itself.
Yeah. Do you think that most wrestlers forget how to... Well, not most wrestlers. I mean to say wrestler nowadays, like the art... Do you think the art forgot how to make stars with just simple moves?
Yeah. It depends. Like, for example, Kane, I think they dropped the ball on Kane in 2003. He was so scary. Yeah. I legit was terrified.
Me too.
I love Kane.
Like, for example, hey, what's up, Kane? How you doing? But I'll be like backing up. Hey, what's up, Kane? I'm okay over here.
In my opinion, and this is my opinion, he is the greatest scary heel of all time.
Yeah, I would think so.
I know Master gave Kane like the greatest debut of all time because like debuting Kane, like early Kane was like pitch perfect, like the perfect debut with Undertaker and everything. Yeah.
I know, like he kind of got he went to face a little bit, like late 1990s, 2000. He did the Rocker Rooney. Yeah. So it kind of went stale. But 2003, I felt like, man, that was his aura and everything. It didn't feel acting. It didn't feel like acting at all. But I think what gone wrong was somebody like Shane McMahon, who was still a part timer at the time. He was always a part timer. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like, how serious can you really take him?
Well, I saw it is also to do with removing that mask, because after that, he just seems like another person. I mean, sure, he still is Kane, but you know what I mean.
And he was still muscular too. He was still ripped during that time.
Yeah, right. His arms was crazy.
Dude, it wasn't like bloated. It actually was like slim. I was like, oh man, I forgot how in shape Kane was back then. He was asleep on his physique.
Yeah, right.
Easily. Like, Kane took well himself. I think later on, like late 2000s, I guess, he just like went off, like in terms of like his body shape.
Yeah.
But no, Kane, he was menacing, at least for me, 2003 to 2005.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I kind of laugh a little. I'm just laughing a little bit because it kind of reminds me of JBL, where he's like, full, and then the games they just made him with abs.
Oh yeah, he never had abs in his life.
Remember those perfect abs?
The only six pack he knows is 6-pack beers every night he drinks.
I kept thinking of WWE All Star, where everyone is Jack.
Oh yeah, the game.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
every anime. Like no matter how skinny you are, you always have abs. Every character always have abs. But JBL, yeah, I don't think it was ever like shredded ever. I mean, he was. I guess one time he was big, look okay shape, but never in like great shape.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of scary heels, I remember in TNA Abyss, he was quite. I know he was like a mix of Kane and Mankind, but I remember him like being somewhat like intimidating.
Yeah.
But I felt like the whole angle was like Christian Cage. You know, the whole like bloody mess and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of killed the character a little bit. I know some people say that's a little bit earlier than that, but I don't know. Like, like, I felt like when I was watching TNA, like started watching, I was like, wow, there's another King character, Abyss, and
But-
he was like really intimidating.
Yeah. But Christian chose to be the more scarier, if you know what I mean.
looking. Yeah.
So what are the heels you think they actually get legit boos? Because Kane, like those scary, they get more kind
Yeah.
of feels than boos. Like Dominic Mysterio, he has real boos now.
Yeah, right.
Like real legit boos. That's what you really want as a heel.
Yeah. I seen Dominic Mysterio's one of them, like real,
Yeah,
like
real boos. Not because he's born or whatever. It's just because his character's like spoiled. Oh, you don't like his dad.
yeah. Actually, I love this one promo where he was like, I mean, like somebody asked him, "Will you ever like, patch things up with your dad?" And then he was like, "Oh, every day I think about it. Like if he could, he would, make some men with him." And then he said, "Eddie, I miss you so much."
Oh, really great answer.
Oh, that's rich.
Oh man.
Of course, I would get angry at Dominic for saying that.
How was the crowd reaction? They booed out the building, I'm guessing.
No, it was one of those like
Pre-tapes.
pre-taped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine when the crowd looking at it like, what? Boo!
That was funny.
But who else get real boos, you think?
Well, depending if you did view Roman Reigns when he was like
He was a face. Though.
face, yeah.
Yeah. Those are real boos. I guess John Cena gets real boos.
Yeah.
But he was a face, though. As a heel, I'm not too sure. Like, The Rock was cheered when he was a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Stone Cold was cheered, too. I'm not too sure.
Something did came.
Ooh.
I was going to say Vince McMahon. Actually, no, I'm not sure about Vince McMahon. Go ahead.
This time that came up in my head, but I don't know if I want to bring it up. But if you remember the whole, how do I put it? A bunch of foreigners came and attacked, and according to some of the wrestling broadcasts, like Don Tony, Kevin Castle, Salamonster, Wrestling Soup, that is the most boo that they ever heard while watching a show.
Oh, you mean what was his name? What was it? I know what you're talking about. Darn, the name. The one with Sean Davari, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like terrorists.
Yeah.
I talking about Kurt Angle's like helper at one point.
Yeah.
I was gonna say JBL. He had real boos too. Now I remember.
Yeah, I remember you're talking about.
And they had to change the gimmick after that.
Yeah, the beheading of Undertaker. Yeah. Oh man. You really believe that? Cause Sis was like, she doesn't think so. That was like the most booted, thing out there.
I never saw this, so I can't say.
Yeah.
I just heard about it.
Yeah. What else?
I was gonna say JBL. He had real boos back then too.
Yeah.
He was probably the best heel at the time, 2005 to late 2000s actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know what I remember in TNA? Do you remember the Pope?
I know what you're aiming at. Yeah.
You remember that feud with Samoa
Simone
Joe?
Joe. Oh.
The most weirdest thing I remember. And he looked like a Batman villain while doing it.
Yes, I remember he looked like a Batman villain.
What was that guy that he tied up? Like, literally tied up?
I never know his name.
And he was just whipping him?
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was like, what am I seeing? And then Samoan Joe, like, ran. And the Pope ran.
Yeah.
And he was, like, saving his friend.
That's something you see in the movies. What the?
I don't know about that one, but yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know. I never saw that, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
That must be wild. I mean, the Pope really did look like a Batman villain.
Yeah, right. That was freaking weird. Like, I mean, getting whipped, like, and he was like giving him questions, and he didn't like it. He'd be like, wrong answer. that was like awful thing to see.
Oh.
I'm about to see that on YouTube later tonight.
I tried to, but I couldn't have found it.
Really? Oh.
I mean, if you got some good luck finding it, let me know.
Maybe Google Our Tires will have an answer for it.
Yeah.
If I had to look deep into them.
It's really interesting, by the way, how when TNA had this name change to Impact Wrestling, and I don't mean back in 2012, I mean when they officially got rid of TNA altogether at 2016.
Yeah.
You know, it became now Impact Wrestling completely.
Yeah.
They were trying so hard to get people to forget the TNA name, but the fans kept chanting TNA, TNA, TNA.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty interesting that when you think of when WWE did it, which, by the way, I want to also say this, but I guess I say this first. When WWE was trying to get rid of WWF to become WWE, they somehow successfully, and they trying to market so hard that it is now called WWE.
Well, the genius about what they did is that they did a campaign called Get the F Out. So, and I think it was a genius way to transition that way. People tend to forget that it wasn't simply called WWF to WWE. It was actually known as WWFE.
Yeah.
So, and the campaign was Get the F Out, which eventually became WWE.
Yeah. But it's funny because one thing I didn't like about the WWE logo when they got the F out, and when I'm going to say to this point, is that couldn't they just make a extra line in the bottom?
Well, the whole campaign was to get rid of the F. So
yeah, by adding another line. You know, I here's what they shouldn't have had done. Get the F out, let E in. Almost sound like let me in.
well, I guess so.
Get the F out, let E in.
But it sounds like you're talking about like entertainment. E as in the channel.
Still, you know,
Which actually would make sense because get it entertainment.
because I remember, because you know we didn't follow wrestling like, but why is it WW? I thought it was WW.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I guess one would say if you flip the W to a non-angle, that's where the E you can see.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was just now called World Wrestling.
Yeah, right?
Got rid of Federation. Then I later on realized, I think back in 2006, I think it was 2006, when we went and saw WWE.com,
Yeah.
that I realized it was WWE. Where's the E?
Yeah.
You don't call NFL without the F.
I don't like that part. Can we just, I don't know. It just seemed confusing.
Okay.
I think it was just good what, from there. I know what you mean. You realize that when you went to WWE.com, the logo of the E wasn't there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw it be extra line? Well, that's for you, but I always knew that. Earlier than that. I know Jose from middle school was talking about it from 5th grade. I think it was 5th grade, yeah. Actually, I've been knowing the campaign even before that because Jose was talking about how WF transitioned to WWE.
I miss WWF. WWE did a good job making you say WWF is WWE. Like when you look back on the 90s and early 2000s, in your mind makes you feel more likely to say WWE. Probably not all, obviously, but you know what I mean. When it comes to Impact, they did a really good job to make sure that they are Impact Wrestling. When you look on Impact, you are more likely to think of it as TNA, most likely. Probably not all, but you know what I mean. I want to bring this up. Since now TNA is coming back with the initials TNA, do you think this is an AEW killer?
No.
No, not at all.
Not
I mean,
at
who's
all.
gonna be the stars?
Oh,
Like TNA. Who's like the Macadona?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maven?
Yeah.
I can see TNA calling up Maven. Maven was pretty big right now, but he would be like a general manager or something.
Yeah. I guess they got Eric Young. I mean, to be honest, I haven't really keep up with TNA like that. Well, Impact Wrestling.
me neither. I just heard of the news and I got excited. I think I remember Jordan Grace being there, so I think she's probably part of the roster.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's an AEW killer though.
No.
Nah. AEW still got stars.
Yeah.
They still got legit like WWE. They went from WWE go to the AEW like Edge, Christian, Matt Hardy's still there.
Yeah. Actually, I would love to see Edge and Christian versus, well, I guess Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus the Harley Boys. That would be like.
Is it
Good
possible for somebody to wrestle from WWE against AEW and vice versa, TNA, like an over,
Crossover?
crossover?
Oh, so, well, technically, sure, but of course, WWE doesn't want to because they don't need to.
Yeah.
WWE had done it before with ECW and NWA,
Yeah.
but they never really played ball ever. And they also did have AAA wrestlers there at one point, but yeah, I don't think they like to do that no more because back then WWE needed some crossover, but now they're too big. Why would they? Give some publicity to other companies.
They're the minor leagues to them.
Actually, screw it. I did remember that one time they gave a little showcase for Evolved, but now WWE, I believe, own Evolved.
Yeah, they own Evolve.
So
They own Progress.
okay.
How you guys feel about WWE product now? You think it's too corporate or?
It is too corporate, but it doesn't like I don't view it negatively from that. It is what it is. It's a business.
I think WWE. I know you're gonna say it's too corporate, but I don't mind the high production, the big stage. I think it really looked good. I just felt like sometimes there's just moments where they're a little bit too much production into some of these things, which didn't really need to. But no, I think I know you guys are saying too corporate. No, they're not. You're not talking about production values, but I mean, I don't mind technically because it's like bro said, it's a business really. You know, they're trying to please like every type of market they can really.
What do you think, Tony?
Well, I mean, it's been corporate since. Is it too corporate? I mean, it's a business. Like on YouTubers, right? They always at the beginning of the video, or majority, not always, they will say, "Hey, look for this product, promo code this, whether it's Manscaped, Blue Chew, whatever it is, certain type of shoes, certain type of hair salon." I mean, you need to find a way to make money, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. It's not going to. I don't. I guess the best way to put it is, you guys have your favorite artists, music artists, and when you first like them, you like them because of a certain album or single, right? Have they ever overtopped that? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And like the memories of Attitude Era, it's gonna be so hard to overtop those memories.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
It's kind of
agree.
like that. It's kind of like for example, me, I love Evanescence. I don't think they'll overtop 2003 Fallen album. That album was a masterpiece. I don't care how dark, how amazing the next album is. It's gonna be real hard for me to be like, oh man, it's not gonna be better than the Fallen album. Sorry, just like that's how some people view WWE.
Yeah, because you can't really replicate the Attitude Era, especially with their like jokes and stuff. Like their
Yeah. Also, like hype. It's hard to get once in generation lifetime talent. They got two in one lifetime.
Yeah, right.
The Rock and Stone Cold. So like, who's going to replace that feud?
Right.
They got like the Mount Rushmore, even so they're six. But you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H,
Undertaker, King, Mankind.
yes.
Top six. Oh yeah, you can't really top that. Though the Rus Aggression Era did have their like.
Yeah. So it's not just corporate wise. It was a lot more than that. The kayfabe, the nostalgia. People always look back at nostalgia. Honestly, it does have that nostalgia factor. I think that's pretty much it. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like going back to when you first, like, I guess, for example, Drake. Back in 2010s, he was making hit after hit. Can he go back to that? He can, but will it be that good? Probably not.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
I had another question too, but it just slipped through my mind. I hate those kind of things. Don't you hate that? Like you want to search something you forgot, and now oh man, for the rest of the day it kills you to. What did I forget? I feel like it was something important.
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
This is why you're trying to do things now than later, because of this saying, either now or never.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's kind of broad, but there's no really right way of like looking at things, because two people can say something different and it's right.
Yeah.
It just depends what your beliefs are, really. For example, some people say express yourself, right? Express who you are, but also somebody else would say gender roles, which
I'm sorry, express yourself. I'm just laughing at that because girls don't really want people like that are dependent. You know what I mean? That have toys around, or like, you know, they might be like selfish. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
well, I guess for girls, like they say, you know how to say, you know, let's say for example, a guy's about to be going to war. I don't want you to go to war. I want you to stay by my side all the time. They don't mean that.
Yeah.
They don't mean that whatsoever. I guarantee you, the day you get, you know what, retirement, you decide to retire, quit your job, she'll look at you as a bum, most likely.
Yeah, yeah.
Guaranteed. So, not even just girls, a person's actions speak louder than what they really say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for example, like, if you're the boss, Russell, I say I'd be there early, but I'm never early. So what good my word does to you? Nothing. Because my action says I'm never going to be there early.
It'd be funny though if I could manipulate saying, "What do you mean? I am always here early." Even so, I'm like outside, like you know.
That's when you tested lines up. Oh man, termination. Companies aren't willing to fire you. Depending on the company, if you have a union, you have to. If they fire you, you probably gonna get unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
So they trying to find a way to make you quit. Most of these jobs are.
Yeah.
At least the one I'm on. Like people trying to get fired. Oh, trust me. They missing a week, 2 weeks. I'm not encouraging people to do that, but it's your life, whatever. You guys want to do it, I can't stop you. But yeah. So
Actually, have there been times where people left early from your job? You know what I mean?
Without excuse?
Yeah, like
you know what, F it.
They clocked out early.
This ain't it. You know what? I'm not gonna say goodbye. Let me see here. Have somebody done it?
Because someone had done it for my job and they got fired. Like, leaving early.
Don't they get unemployment?
I
think
so.
If you get fired or you get let go because of business, you get unemployment.
Yeah, that's what I think he got fired for, because like he'd be leaving early.
And because if you quit, you get no unemployment whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, I guess they have enough people for it, but if they don't have enough people, they won't fire you, depending on the company.
Yeah.
Like, for example, restaurants, especially family-owned restaurant, you're probably not going to get fired, probably, because it's only like 2-3 waiters and waitresses, and they have to hire other one. If you get hired as a restaurant, a family-owned restaurant, you probably get hired on the spot.
Yeah.
So it really depends. But back to, I don't think so. We used to have temps.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, temps have temp agency cars. Some of them do drive, but I don't think so, honestly. What about you, Russell? Everybody just left like, F it. This is it. No more.
I remember a girl doing that. But that's all I'm going to say.
Respect. Anyways, we're not role models, guys. We're real models.
Yeah, real as it can get.
Yeah, I don't like the term role model anyway. It's like what Tupac says. We're going to be ourselves. If we mess up, just learn from our mistakes and grow and move on. Because roles are, I don't know, I don't want to pretend like this nice guy and, I donate to charity. I don't donate to charity whatsoever. Yeah. The only charity I donate is my bank account. The only charity I know.
Oh, yeah, I remember Sis mentioning there was, AEW was in town. And she was surprised the ticket sales were like pretty low, actually, like affordable. Like we could just go. Matter of fact, she was like, we could literally buy tickets for other people, and that still be like a steal compared to going to WWE.
So how much one ticket cost?
I think it was $20.
Oh wow, that's really cheap in today's economy.
Yeah.
I mean, $100. We got five. We got you and your brother, me, and 2 more people.
And AEW is not, is having trouble with ticket sales.
Yeah, and then I realized, I think I know why. Because AEW is starting to having trouble with ticket sales. So they're trying to make bundles out of it, like cheap bundles.
Yeah.
I remember a UR code scan, and you could have, buy one ticket, get another one free.
Yeah. Sis was like, legit, we could literally have brought 8 tickets and it would have been like a steal.
8 tickets, $160 plus tax. Tax make you like $170 something, but
yeah, I
still be.
I forgot the math, but she was like, that will equal to 1 ticket if we go to WWE show.
Yeah, it's real corporate. Well, depending on the event, I know Phillies baseball, it was the minimum was $750 because it's a playoff game, and I tell you what, Philly. I give them this, man. When the team was winning, they support.
Yeah.
But once they start losing, it's a ghost town. Tumbleweed, the desert. No one is there to be found. Once they start winning, it's like Gladiator Coliseum. Everyone's cheering, everyone's warring. Everybody's like, oh, they need to die. Well, maybe not that far, but you guys get the point.
Yeah.
They will show their support. Because some of these states or cities, they're not that supportive of their local teams. So, do you guys consider WWE a sport? Me personally, I don't. I consider more entertainment, more like a play.
I think Vince McMahon's in it right. I think it's sport entertainment. So I do count a sport, but a sport for like winning the like audience. Because like the more over you are, the more opportunity champions you get, and that's technically a sport for me. Like trying to win over somebody.
I think it's both a sport and entertainment. That's my view.
Me, I just think it was a play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that pretty much. I think Chris Jericho was playing like that too. It was like a play slash, not opera, but it's kind of like the similar setting.
Soap opera, yeah.
Yeah, soap opera. There's drama involved, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a male soap opera.
Although I do believe, even the major sports, I do believe there's some rigging going on.
You're actual making moves. This isn't a movie where you got effects or what I mean.
Yeah, there's real stunts to it, but like the
wrestlers get injured all the time.
But though I don't really put that at because like for me a sport doesn't mean that you have to be an athlete. Like you could literally say like playing video games, that's a sport. People call it e-sport, but like I mean like a sport is more like for me like a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the term sports kind of like subjective now.
Yeah.
Depending how you look at it, like for me, a sport is there's competition. WWE they have a competition, but you can compare it to a movie too. Stuntmen get injured as well. They do moves at movies. All the time.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan has numerous injuries on numerous movies.
Oh yeah, he's like his own stuntman.
Yeah, I mean, until like he couldn't do no more. This guy, he literally said like we had no stunt double. And he said he got no strength, so somebody asked him, "You think jump that high?" He's like, "I hope so." And that was it. I was like, "Whoa, that's certainly safety right there." He's like, "Well, we give it a try." You sure, Jackie? I mean, if you hit face first, that's concussion. Hey, we gotta make it work somehow, right? So yeah, there's serious injuries in movies too.
Yeah.
So for me, a sport though is like. Even though I believe there is some rigging going on, because some of these referees, I guess they go into Stevie Wonder University because they can't see anything. They must probably learn from John Cena, because when they say he can't see me, I guess they followed John Cena's advice. But pretty much, there's a certain goal to win, and a certain motive.
Yeah.
WWE, you can argue that with a movie too, like how they can compete with each other with their characters, like one over the other, to bring out their character. So you can make that argument for movies as well. So for me, it's not a sport for that reason.
Okay.
So for me, I just look at it as a soap opera play. They are athletic moves, but you can make the same argument as movies. I guess dance halls. Then again, like some people call video games a sport too.
Yeah, they do.
It's debatable because it is mental. That means you gotta call chess a sport.
Well, they do call chess a sport.
Yeah, checkers. And so I guess I gotta look at the definition now to really classify what's a sport, what's not. Yeah. This is very subjective.
Now, I haven't heard people call checkers a sport, but chess, I did hear it. Mm-hmm.
Checkers should be a sport too. I mean, it's more basic, but there's an objective to win.
Yeah. And plus with video games, you technically are removing your fingers,
I guess.
Yeah. And there are actual people who get injured really hard.
Oh yeah, the like hands injury. Yeah. Which is crazy though, especially when people try to do this, weird like.
I'm not gonna play video games where it's gonna hurt my hand.
Like I said again, I gotta see what's classified, what's the sport as the definition is classified as. So.
How do you feel with terms that, like, over time, it loses meaning? Because I know some people with the term rage quit, people back then used to think it, like, in a way, like, you get angry and you either throw the controller and then shut off the game.
I think I just did that today.
Or you just turn off the internet and just, like, quit the game like that. But now people, it's like, rage quit is, like, now, like, if you like streaming and you can't beat the game, and you're like very calm, and like, I can't do this no more. Sorry guys, it's just the boss is too hard. Maybe I do it tomorrow, next week. And people call it rage quit. Like,
yeah, that's not rage quit. That's just like, it just quit. That's it.
Or like, oh, I have low support in my stream. I don't know if I want to keep playing this game. I probably would play a different
What,
game.
Phil, like Dark Side Phil or something?
Yeah. Yeah, and they call it race quit.
The guy who wants what? At least 500 a day or something?
Yeah.
500 a day? I'm trying to get 500 a week. Barely.
Right.
And I also come to the word woke. It lost all meaning. People kept using it loosely.
Woke and racist. Most. Also, like, what is it? Yeah, especially racist. Like, I don't know. Like, for example, you can make an observation, right?
Yeah.
For example, yeah, there's a lot of Asian people. That's not racist. That's an observation. But, like, oh my goodness. There's so much effing Asian people around here. That's racist.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if there's like 80% Mexicans in the room, that's not racist. That's an observation. Like, yeah, I can see it. Now you throw 2 middle fingers up while I say there's Mexicans. That's might be beyond racist. I think you have a huge hatred. And I'm like, yeah, I think this guy, he probably don't like this certain type of peoples.
Yeah. Or like, somebody was like, how come you don't hang out with any like Hispanic people? And the guy was like, well, because there's barely any Hispanic people where I live in. And he's like, that's racist. I'm like,
yeah, not really.
I'm like,
like for example, Tyrone remember one time was like, why you always go to Asian restaurants? I'm like, because my friends usually like to go to Asian restaurants. If we go to Applebee's, I won't deny it. I'm like, well, what you doing? That's not an Asian restaurant. How could... we just happen to be Asian, but I don't mind going to Applebee's, Cheesecake Factory, or McDonald's.
I go to a lot of Asian restaurants. And I guess if I don't go to a Mexican restaurant, I guess that's like me being, racist against my own race.
I'm not, like I said, I don't have Asian pride at all, to be honest. I got unknown pride. Yeah. Stevie Green. I will keep saying his name. Remember the name. I ain't talking about the, what's that song? Fork Miner song. Oh, that's a good song, though.
Yeah.
Remember the name Stevie Green, assistant editor for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from this year, 2023. Stop playing. But, yeah, I'm not sure you got a lot of Spanish pride, but I have very little Asian pride.
I mean, I do have some Spanish pride, but it's not as strong as, like, I guess, like, my sister have. But it's like, for me, I just like being myself, Yeah. What I just like, you know what I mean? I like what
Russell said. He's like, we're all people. We might come from different race, but we're all human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, black, white.
Okay. I'm not trying to think about race. I mean, it's what I love about being Hispanic, because people like to judge by the color of their skin. Us Hispanic, it's just a skin color.
Though I also feel like in the same time, though, it's a little bit ignorant if you say, like, I see everyone the same. Like, I don't see color. For me, I like to see that there's at least different people out there. Like, I think it's a little bit ignorant because then, like, I feel like if you understand other people's culture and other people, like, history, like, the history of their race, and I feel like you get to see different type of perspective, and seeing different type of perspective bring out like different ideas, creativity. Like, I feel like, and also like if there's a problem, I felt like that you have more of like a like understanding of why somebody might, or get an idea why someone get upset. Like, if you see everyone the same, then you see like, oh, if I fix my problem this way, that might fix someone else's problem, which may not be the case. It might be more complicated than one sink. You know what I mean?
It's like what was said earlier. You're both not wrong, but you both see it from different perspectives. He sees it as we're all human. You see it as we don't look. You see it as we're not the same, because there are color, there are different perspectives, different cultures, whatever. So it's all subjective to how you see it then.
And not just colors. I know I say like race and stuff, but I meant also like people heights, people weight. Like, you can't really compare someone skinny compared to someone who's like overweight, or someone short compared to someone like who's tall. Like, I like to see people different. You know what I mean? Like I think the more diverse someone is, the better, because I feel like that I like to get to know different things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like to explore other people, like not just their personality, but their background and everything.
Yeah, ideas, beliefs.
Yeah.
All that.
And yeah, so like for me, because like also in the same time, if there's a problem, you can't just say someone who's like, like someone who's skinny, problems with like some of the disadvantage of someone skinny apply to someone who's overweight. You know what I mean? Like you can't like if you tell someone who's skinny eat less, that's not really like a good advice. Or like if you tell a fat person to eat more, that's not like good advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like what says earlier. Life is very subjective how you look at it. And you're both right in your own perspective. It just gets dangerous where one really believes their belief is the right one, especially religion.
Yeah.
Especially like everyone should believe in God. I don't think everyone should believe in God. It's up to you want to believe or not. And also like it's their choice if they believe in God or not.
Yeah.
And if you like kind of like it's like this passive aggressive thing. They like, oh man, if you don't do this, you go to hell, whatever. I mean, but that's your reality.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to make it that person's reality if you choose not to. You gotta remember, I mean, there's more than like there's Muslim, Islam. There's a religion of multiple gods. There's a religion that you are the God. I think it's Taoism.
Yeah.
There's a religion of reincarnation. So it's very subjective. What's the right one, honestly? So that's why I tell people all the time, like, no matter what advice, it's like what you said before. I can tell you advice, but it's up to you. You want to take it or not.
Yeah.
Just like if I'm younger, they'll have a certain perspective of me. Like, since I live with my parents, they probably think I'm spoiled. They probably think they take care of me for everything. No matter what I do, what I say, they might have the same belief.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to try, depending on the person.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to try regardless. But they have certain, judgment towards certain people, whether young, old, whatever. And it's kind of natural, honestly, because people say don't judge, but I think people judge naturally.
Yeah.
From like what they wear, what they dress, how they are presented. But at the end of the day, I mean, life's subjective, honestly.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing, but you don't have to follow it.
I know the saying that all men is created equal, but my father disagreed with that. And I get it. Like, if all men is created equal, why do we have, some of our friends that are like
disabled?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah, like different class. Like some of us are rich, some of us poor.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I get what my father was trying to say. Like he disliked that all men is created equal.
That's just like a generalization. That's just a generalization.
But though I do agree with this, I do think all men should have the same opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of things in life is a generalization. Although there are some true generalization, I feel like it's person to person. Honestly, more than just a class issue, more than a race, culture. Because, like, for example, you hang around a bunch of thugs, they say, you are, what's the saying? You are, something birds flock together.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Bird together flocks together, something like that?
I don't think, that's just a general statement in my opinion. I don't think it makes you who you are all the way. Because you never know. Like, maybe some of my friends do drugs we don't know about.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know what you two are doing outside. From what you do. I mean, I don't know.
I'm a secret agent.
Yeah.
Well,
who knows?
Well, for me, I like to travel, so... I mean, I'm a little boring, to be honest, so...
And boring subjective, too. Honestly. I mean, like, fun for somebody. Like, for me... Going, like, smoking weed and all that, that's boring to me.
Actually, that happened today. Someone was asking me, like, do I drink? And I was like, no. Do I smoke? I'm like, no. He was, like, shocked, like, and I'm like, And and I remember telling him, well, I'm sorry if I'm a boring person. He was like, well, that's a little surprising. He was like, well, that I need to have a little bit more fun out there,
Yeah, it's fun is subject. I think a lot of things in life are subject.
I'm gonna get boiled. Let's just wrap things up.
He's a good person though, bro. But I get it though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
oh yeah. So I guess we're wrapping things up. So the moral of the lesson, guys, is that be yourself, really.
Yeah, just like the Audio Slave song. I don't think I can sing because it'd be copyrighted. So check out that song.
And since TNA is returning, I'm kind of excited and hoping that it goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah. More opportunities for more wrestlers.
All right, guys. This is the end of the broadcast. And remember to hit that dislike button if you dislike this.
Damn right. Break down stereotypes.
And like and subscribe, really. Oh, wait.
Dislike and subscribe.
Well, you know what I mean. Subscribe and share.
Yeah.
And guys, we all appreciate for you guys checking this out, even to the end. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, and if you have any questions about the show or its characters, you can email at rearpressascending@yahoo.com. Also, you can look at our Twitter handle. We're presenting.
All right, guys. This is the end of the show. Bye.